So then you got involved with the hedgerow fighting?
Yes, yes, those hedgerows were kind of interesting. They were like 12 feet high, and there were a couple, maybe 3, 4 feet thick. And they could tolerate weapons, bullets actually. We would throw grenades over the top of them down to the other side where the Germans were, and we're reasonably safe ourselves. And that, they call it the Battle of the Hedgerows. That lasted a while as we worked our way north. We wound up, the last town in Belgium was Verviers, and that was right near the Siegfried line. We crossed over the Siegfried line and came to the town of Aachen, A-A-C-H-E, and that was the first German town that we liberated. And we worked northward, up across the Ruhr River into Durham, and we cleaned up Cologne. We went in after the mammoth bombing missions of 1,000 planes.
So as a medic, I'm assuming that you were not armed?
That's correct. Under the Geneva Convention, medics were not supposed to carry weapons.
So how did you feel about that?
Well, off the record, I never went into that campaign without a 45 hidden somewhere on me.
I can certainly understand that.
We were known as Terry Allen's night fighters. Terry Allen was our general, and all of our campaigns were at night. We were trained to fight at night, and the Germans weren't. So we were quite successful in that kind of fighting, street fighting into Cologne, so forth. You know, you could bomb the devil out of a city, but the foot sloggers still got to go in there and clean the town up. So it was building to building fighting.
So did you find yourself in positions where you personally were under fire trying to administer to injured guys?
Very often. Very often. In fact, the combat medics were the first guys to get it when they were injured or killed. Yeah, we saw a lot of combat. I still have nightmares.
Is that right?
After 70 years.
So, so guys that were injured or even guys that were killed, I mean, were you involved with trying to bring these guys back in, or?
Well, I'd administer first aid right then and there, and then the next move was to call the litter bearers. They would come put them on a stretcher or a litter, and they would evacuate them to the rear, right?
So you mentioned Aachen. I know Aachen was involved in Operation Market Garden. Were you involved with Market Garden, or
no,
this was just continuation?
No, it was just that was a stepping stone to go further. One of our biggest campaigns was in Eschweiler, which was on the Ruhr River and right across the town of Durham, and that was on February 23rd, 1945 at 0300 hours.
So this is not long after the Bulge. I mean, the Bulge ended at the end of December.
Yeah, December. Yeah, we were on the fringe of the Bulge. We didn't actually participate in those. Well, the biggest campaigns were around Bastogne, Malmedy, and France, where they were pushed back. Yeah, December 13th or somewhere in there.
So let me ask you, while the Bulge is going on and you're not far away,
right,
but you're not involved, are you aware that it's happening?
Oh yes. Oh yeah, we were preparing for combat for the Bulge, but they didn't come up that far north.
Okay, so you were north of them.
Yeah.
So going into Germany, how different was it coming out of Belgium and going into Germany?
You know, combat is combat, no matter where you are. And as far as the only difference in France and Germany, I didn't see any hedgerows in Germany.
Sure.
But Germany was pretty much street fighting and forest fighting. We were in Hertigen Forest and the Black Forest, and river crossings were pretty brutal. The Ruhr River in particular was a real disaster. We lost a lot of men.
So because they just put them on rafts and try to get over under fire?
Well, how they were evacuated, I don't know. We just kept advancing into Duren and up towards Cologne. But what had happened there was a dam upriver called the Schwammanuel Dam, and the Germans had blown it so that the Ruhr River, just outside the town of Eschweiler, was running fast and deep. Well, when we made our attack across the river in pontoon, boats, they laid in their mortar fire, and it was like shooting fish in a barrel. The guys wore bandoliers, heavy bandoliers on their chests, and carried grenades, and they were weighted down. So if the boat got hit, they fell over. They sank like a rock.
They were done.
So most of them drowned. We lost a lot of our company at the Ruhr River going into Duren.